All right. Hey, Potato Army. It is Tuesday. It's from the barracks. And I think I might just leave Chris Bro's beautiful face up there right above us as we talk about the AAR tonight. How you doing there, Buck?
Yeah. Wife is here as well. We're currently doing some meal prep for the week. Good time, all the fun stuff.
Cool, cool, cool. All right. So, um, again, I'm joking for Players One, and with me, that's just Buck. And we're going to be going over our AAR from Serious Viking IV. It was such a great event and everything else. So we're going to go over a lot of great stuff that happened there. We are going to talk about some other things. We have some dollar theater moments that we're going to share. Not really negative, just like, hey guys, this happened. Like people always ask, show me the video right now. Can't show you the video right now, bro. I need to go home, edit it, at least pull it up on a big screen so we could see. Um, since we're playing outdoors, yeah, we need to edit it because you have to be able to see the hits and all that. So we're going to play a couple of those things there just so people understand uh, and have the knowledge of, what happened when they were playing, right? So first and foremost, if you guys don't know what Serious Viking is, it's an event that was held by Third Coast Airsoft at the Guardian Center in Perry, Georgia. Some of you that come to this channel might remember saying it's one of the event locations that you should at least go to once to experience it and to see how you like it. It's got some really cool features. One of them being a full-on tunnel system that they've set up that actually looks like a subway. They have a full-on subway station set up in one corner. Some of the cars are on their side; they're ripped apart. They have a C-130 that's out there that looks like it crashed, which is kind of awesome. So it's a really cool facility, plus a lot of buildings and everything else. So D92 Will OG, how you doing, brother? And call sign Diesel, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right.
How we doing,
So
boys?
um, this was a really fun event. There was the drive wasn't that bad. We did have a fun interaction with the hotel, so I intentionally chose a hotel with a pool just so I could go back, soak, and relax a little bit. And I like how she took the wine bottle away. Um, hi,
Here,
Mrs.
all
Buck.
No.
Thank you for not getting us demonetized. Uh,
You're
so
welcome.
we show up at the hotel a day early, and we're like, "All right, well, we have two reservations. One for today. Hey, what's up, Sam? How you doing, brother?" Um, Sam and AJ06. That technical was, as always. At least it wasn't a thorn on my side this time. It was a thorn on the side of Tan. Um, so we show up there and there's no pool. The pool's closed for maintenance, and then we go into our room, and Gabe goes to turn the faucet on. He pulls his hand off, and Buck, I kid you not, man, he pulled the handle off the freaking thing. He's like, what do I do? I was like,
Oh.
put it back. Puts it back. Um, then he goes to flush a toilet in the morning, and the freaking entire handle falls apart. So ultimately, we end up going to another hotel. Um, but so let's talk a little bit about like Friday. Chrono and setup went pretty well. I mean, at the Third Coast setup, like Tan and Green had their own chrono station, they had their own sign in. Um, and while we had to stand out there and wait a little bit, I mean, obviously to get people through as fast as possible. Once that got done and we got our patches, we got our safety brief. Um, you could honestly say that nobody did not know what the rules were going into the event. I really love the fact that the technical rules were expressed during the safety brief. So there wasn't a separate safety brief for technicals like we've had in the past. So that way, everybody was sure on the rules, what was clear, what are the drivers, what are the people on the vehicles allowed and not allowed to do. So that was very helpful. And I also really love the fact that they mentioned in the safety brief, don't shoot the drivers for BBs. So um, now, I did not do the tier one at Guardian Center. The From the reports of all the players that were out there, they loved it. They thought it was absolutely fantastic. It was really awesome. One of these days, I'll bite the bullet and just pay the money to do a tier 1 so I can have firsthand experience. Um, but the tier 1 was absolutely from what the people were telling, everybody that did them said it was absolutely spectacular, absolutely fantastic, what they typically experience from a tier 1. So a lot of people were happy there. One interesting thing that was not here at this event was any sort of hero flights. And honestly, I liked it. Even though that typically you're out there watching for the helicopter flying around for a lot of other third coast events, not having a bird fly around actually, I think, kept the focus on the ground and on the technicals where it needed to be instead of always looking up. But the second thing that was really cool about it was the UAV that was flying around, especially on Greenside. That thing was definitely a force multiplier. It had Buck. This thing had heat vision, infrared, so you could see everything that was going on the ground. Some of the call outs there were absolutely fantastic and awesome. And why are you going to stab your wife in the hand, man?
I'm chopping up Oreos. I'm making a cheesecake.
I'm trying again.
um,
I do.
So one thing that was a challenge for the green side was the AA for green. Let me see if I can pull up the map. Give me 1 second. I should have had the map up already. My apologies to everyone.
Sorry.
Actually, I'll pull up what our initial plan was, which is even better. Image and new tab. That'll work. All right. Let's go ahead and share this screen here real quick. So this was our AA up here. And Tan's AAs were really over here. This is only for us. I was on Dagger 2 Squad 3, which we nicknamed ourselves the Unalive Squad. I can't say the other word because that gets us demonetized, but the evidence for that was for how many times we just ran up and got eliminated. So our main path was to ride down here, go through the tunnels, try to take Cindy and try to take April. Which was our main goal, was up here at April, and then down here, and then our third objective was going to be Dawn. So this AA, the only issue I really had with it was like this large body of water here made it to where we only had 3 real directions to go, which is not, it didn't impact us that much, except for the walking. Obviously, a lot of players would have loved to just walk this direction right here to go to the AA so they didn't have to go all the way up and around the body of water. Actually, right here, where this location was, players started, there was like a bunch of little rocks there. They started hopscotching across those rocks to cut off this long walk all the way around. They went through Sunken City or along the line there and just climbed down through there. So our main goal was to come down, come through, and go for Dawn. And I'm going to show some of the stuff at the start and everything else. We had the green truck out there as a gun truck. The call sign for the truck suddenly turned into the Hulk, which I appreciate. It was funny, and the game on the getting all the squads together and game on went smooth. So our plan originally was to have our squad run down there. I said, why don't we just use the gun truck as a transport, drop the troops off there to get the leg up, and then move from there. And that was now the new plan. Of course, as soon as we made that trip down and as soon as we turn over, we noticed Tan was pre-deployed inside the tunnels. So let's see here. Let's pull up the first video we got. Oh man, really? I can't hear you for one. If you're talking there, Buck.
I said, can you hear me?
No, it's actually the audio is also out of sync a little bit. So we pull up, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I was riding on the back of the truck. My goal was to not be on the technical the entire time. My goal was to run and go through the buildings and everything else. So Dagger 6 was in command of the truck, and we had a new driver and a new gunner on there. So we go pull off. We get dropped off for S3, which is the tunnel entrance, and we engage some guys that are right inside that door. I go to throw a grenade. It bounces right off the wall and just goes outside. And then we go down further to come in at another angle near like T2. And as soon as we go inside, I say go left, go left, go left. And then this happens.
Che! 1 Legion! Che! 1 Legion! Squad 3! Squad 3! Hey! Che! 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 Emma, go, go. Secure, hold up there. Che! Come on, come on.
Che got tunnel vision. He saw enemy. Instead of going for the objective, instead of turning left, he turns right and runs to go fight. And then when he gets locked in, he doesn't turn around. So it was absolutely freaking fantastic. Us starting off the start of the game, running over there and doing that. So what I'm doing right now is, hold on 1 second. And Buck went bye-bye. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm getting some more clips going because I only have so much space. I only have so much space on the extra. There he is. He's back now. But I can't get him on yet. All right. That's what I need. I need the game start. Well, this loads up here. Are you having problems, sir?
Internet is getting out for some reason, so I'm grabbing my laptop.
We stream on the phone. I'm just saying.
I love how your call me Buck has 3 L's in it.
Because someone else took the name on Twitch and YouTube. So.
Oh, okay. So I'm just waiting for this one to go up because I actually had the beginning of it. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. Riding on a technical is some of the most bougie things you could do. Can I have another one of these, please? For airsoft, because you don't have to run, you don't have to grow, you don't have to go huffing and puffing. Especially if you're a big boy, it really helps out. It really is an experience. Thank you. All right, this video is almost done processing. Sorry, guys. I thought all this was listed up here, but it wasn't. So let's talk a little bit about technicals while I have this up here. It just threw chopsticks at me and messed up the computer. Thanks, kid. Oh, speaking of children, let's pause for a second and talk about my big announcement. I had something extremely exciting happen over the weekend on Friday. Let's see. everybody. This is my newest grandson, Zane. He was born on the 16th to my oldest daughter. We want to congratulate mommy and dad. Little Zane's already home now with his big brother, Zach. Mine. Um, he was 8 pounds 20 ounces, or not 8 pounds 20 ounces, 8 pounds 6 ounces and 20 inches long. So, congratulations to my daughter. We now have a new little one running around. Hey, what's up, Weber? How you doing, brother? Fun shooting at you this weekend, sir. It was a blast. All right. So the graphic, come on, get done processing. So I want to give some shout outs on the video I'm about to play here to one player in particular. And I'm just going to call him Forrest Gump.
3, 2, 1, go! Time on! Good luck, guys! Stay far to the right of the truck. We need to move at maximum speed.
Cardio, 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 cardio.
You all gonna be like, fuck you guys.
He's going ahead of the truck.
Hopefully,
Don't pace yourself, guys. Pace yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And you can say, fuck you, Joker. You're running on a truck. It's all good. Where?
Hostile!
in the doorway.
Contact! Contact!
Truck, light him up!
Oh, this is gonna be fun when we get in this
3
tunnel.
o'clock!
That guy that jumped over the railing and just started trucking it. He's like, I'm going running. It was extremely hilarious to watch. And then of course the next one was us going inside the tunnels. So after we did our initial push, we decided to we went to go attack April, and we met heavy resistance. We only had a fighting force of about 7-8 people. It came over the radio that April was lost. So we immediately shifted to Dawn. We didn't have a vehicle or anything to back us up, so we just decided to go there on foot. And it was an interesting thing. We go over there. We got crap. I don't have that video either. Let me start getting this one put up here now. For some reason, Restream has limited the amount of videos that you can have, like on at one time. It used to be more. Maybe it's just a space issue. I don't know if they compressed the hell out of it. So I put all these videos up here. I thought they all processed, but they didn't. So I'm redoing it again. So it does. I was so glad that part of the tunnel was open that had the subway cars in it, not like the subway station, but at least the subway cars, so we could check it out, see all this stuff. It was great bringing new players into this particular area, and also the most important factor is there a great way to bypass all the problems that were over at Building 5 and everything else. We were able to just cut through and say goodbye, and we ran into the woods, into a safe area, so we could start pressing Dawn. We saw Tan was also moving that direction, which was definitely going to cause us a problem. So we had to make sure that we got there pretty quick, harass them as much as possible to get them to be taken down and to secure the objective. Now, we weren't given any real knowledge of where the objective was going to be. I kind of assumed it was going to be on the plane because that made the most sense. But where the location on the map was positioned, it could have been anywhere. So we really had to fan out and start searching for the objective, so that we can go through and try to take it. 1 second, of course. It's Tuesday, so it's sushi night. So big shout out to Sogo Sushi. Now, Tan was on its game, so I don't know if they just had a bunch of fast movers that were huffing it, or that the delays because Shade decided to run the wrong direction. But Tan got over to Building 5 and start to approach Dawn pretty quick. I don't know if how they got there so fast, and definitely not saying anything nefarious. I just give them mad props for the hustle that they put in to get down to this objective, and to so that way they could cause us problems. um, come on, load. Come on. It's been updated. Let's see. Where is failed to upload the clip? Gee, thanks. You suck. All right, which one do I want to get rid of? Because we're talking in order. All right, we'll get rid of the Che gets left behind. This is kind of frustrating. I'll come back to this one. We engaged from a distance, and Toucan in the house. Where's he at? I don't see him. But the range that happened with that we had with that D-hop barrel, I was plicking people from over 300 feet away, taking them out. I'll talk about that in a little bit. We pushed the Dawn, and evidently there was already a squatter already set up inside there, and we got eliminated. So that was fun. We had to do the walk of shame, went back, regrouped, decided to reattack because we were told we need to get Dawn as quick as possible. So we got the truck to drop us off right over by the subway station. We cut through the subway station, not the station, but the subway train area, the part that was open, and we cut through, got to the forest, went across the forest. And this time, instead of going directly at the plane, we came all the way around the nose of the plane. Now, the reports we got at this point was that it was still in Tan control. So then this happened.
Green, 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 green.
Yeah. It was a bunch of green just sitting underneath there. That was bad. We got bad intel. What are you trying to do?
Exactly that one.
What are you gonna say?
Not exactly ideal on.
You broke up. 5 minutes, huh? You know, we do this every Tuesday, sir. You'd figured you'd be ready by now. Every Tuesday. Freaking Buck. So
He just said
we revived the guys that were down. Yeah, it's too. Buck's breaking up worse than my parents. That broke your wife. He probably has an iPhone. So we decided that that we're gonna take. Man, it seems like you must have hit a nerve there, Garcia. So we then decided to go west of the plane through the woods to take out some players, right? Demonetized by Buck's lip talking. So we go off to the woods, and we start going through, and because we see some tan moving, and we start engaging the tan. Oh, here we go. When we talk about the D-hop barrel, I just want to show this clip real quick, only to show off the range that it increases the gun. I have, I think, better than sniper range at this point.
One down. One down. Move, keep moving. Two down, two down.
Now, I knew I threw BBs a long way, but the fact that from that far away, it was over 300 feet, that people started putting their hands up, and I was the only one that was over there, was really, it really was like just awesome to see like the range. Now, what the hell are you doing? Okay. I'll wait till Buck comes back. I railed up. I did a whole mag and a half, but I didn't have a sniper rifle with me. It's over 300 feet away, and ultimately, there was a couple other guys that were another direction along that same path. They got taken out too. So that was just some killer range that I got to see out there. It was actually. It was actually. I mean, I had to do something, and I'm certainly not putting Buck on camera. All right, his camera stabilized. So let's see. Your internet has gotten worse, sir. Oh, there it goes. It got a little bit cleaner. So we go out into the woods and we engage a small squad of tan. Now, it was actually some really good firefights and everything else. There really was a hell of a lot of great engagements. There was one point. There was one point where I shot poor Emma right in the face. Did I even save that one? I thought I clipped it. Oh, here it is. Walk right into it. Do I have it here? Hold on. I'll put it up. I'll put you guys up. A lot of times I don't expect people to, like, when I start shooting, to walk in front of me if they're standing right beside me. One person walked forwards into it, one person walked backwards into it, and that sucked for them. I mean, we got them megged up and everything. I was like, but damn. Yeah.
Sorry, Emma. Sorry, Emma. You all right?
Oh. So I'm gonna put together this into like a longer form and tie more of the stuff together, more clips and all that, so you guys can see some of the engagements. But there was one incident that happened that we just want to go out. Like, we met a couple of these tan guys that were shooting back at us, and they shot one of the guys in the party, and then I shot him, and the guy in the party said hit, hit, hit. Then I hit the guy, and he goes, "You know, you can't shoot after you call hit," and it wasn't me. So I just want to whom it may concern.
Hit. You say hit, you can't say back up.
That's
I'm
different.
not. It's a different guy. Hit. Hit.
Thank you. Sorry.
So to that guy, I just wanted to show you that there was another person that was there. He got hit. It wasn't me. And good shot on you taking him out. And sorry to the dude behind the tree that I kept shooting. I couldn't see a dead rag. You didn't say hit. Sorry for the overshot. Now, oh yeah, absolutely. Friendly fire still counts. Both of them had to get medicked and everything else. It happened. It was a mistake. It was funny. All the above. Let's see here. Rip Bucks. It must be on Comcast. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, he's not in frame. Let's see here. Yep, Zoom call with a green screen. Dude, you kill your own people more than I do. Look, those guys underneath the plane, it wasn't my fault. It was dark. We just got eliminated there 10 minutes prior. It had to have been them. Like that, it was like all the combination of factor that was in play that was there. It was an accident. I got bad intel. I was told to clear out Dawn. Technically, we cleared out Dawn, even though they're our own players. Let's see here. Hello, True. How you doing? Got an $80 ASG Macmillan off Facebook Marketplace for like $50. New spring, new barrel. This thing now shoots 538 FPS. Damn. Yeah. Garcia, I'll talk about your incident in a minute because I think I have all the whole story of what happened there. So as we go through, we continue. We're going to go attack building 1 and come up behind Tan. So as we're going through the forest, now this one was the funniest one to me. We go walking through, we engage a couple Tan, we go away. All of a sudden, 3 of us get lit up from behind. And this guy just comes up from the ground. And the way he came up, it wasn't like he came up from a prone position like this. He literally came up like this, looked over and shot. Turns out that dude had, I guess, a little bit too much strength, decided to go out to onto the field where he didn't expect anybody to be and take a nap, and we happened to go through him. During this time, this happened. I get taken out, and I'm literally between the enemy and my last remaining teammate for our 4-people squad. We went from 7 down to 4, and they're shooting past me on either side.
Hit, 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 hit. Hit, hit, hit. Medic.
Medic. Medic. Medic.
Shh. Medic. Medic.
Medic.
What the hell? All right, Buck, I'll wait till your connection gets better. Their internet really just went down to nothing. I can see the connection thing and all that. So what happened there was funny. I'm literally like this, and BBs are coming from each direction, right? I'm being shot out this way, and he's being shot this way. The Tan dude runs off. So I'm like, medic. Our dude runs off and just leaves us there to be like, okay, I guess we die. Hey, Buck, this one's just for you, bud. I thought he was a tech guy.
I thought he was a tech.
Listen, motherfucker, I'm setting
fucking do this while I'm.
Language, temper.
We're trying to not get demonetized.
That's gone out the window.
Stu, I remember those commercials.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, better. But now you're like. Yes, iPhone. So at this point, we do another attack, and I end up hurting myself again. The leading cause of injuries for old men is thinking they're young men. And I went to go jump through a window because a grenade was thrown at me. And while I did an epic thing jumping through a window and then shooting 3 players, I did pull my groin. So I was like, you know what? I need to become a driver again. Went, found my truck, jumped inside of it. And that's when the fun really began. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Garcia's incident. He had an epic moment where a green player comes up to medics him saying, I'm going to take you prisoner. There's no prisoners in this game. So Garcia gets taken prisoner, walks back, gets a whole bunch of gets in a range of a whole bunch of people and just starts laying waste to everybody. That's when you blew me up. Oh, well. Look, the truck got hit by a lot of grenades. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that later on about, when you guys are going through doing the grenade stuff. Let's see. Some of the stuff's missing. Where'd it go? Oh, there we go. Get that one preloaded. So one of the things that was interesting about this versus other TCA games that I've been to was that the EVOs were long. I think EVO 1 was like 5.5 hours. EVO 2 was like 5.5 hours. EVO 3 was 3.5 hours or something like that. So the evolutions were long, which led to a lot of attrition, which is just the nature of airsoft, right? Even if you have, I don't know where you went. When it comes down to like normal, like even if you have EVOs, people are breaking to take launch and everything else, and the same thing was happening there. So I got into the truck and started driving, started to do my thing, and then we started just being a combination of troop transport and gun truck, which after like the first couple of runs, you realize something very important is that a lot of people have a lot of pyro, especially during the first evolution. So I warned everybody that was on the vehicle, hey, we're going to get taken out a lot. I mean, it's just going to happen. It's, it's the nature of the beast. I'll wait till I see him come back. That you're driving around. We're at a big thing. We can, depending on where we're at, we can either go 5 miles an hour or 15 miles an hour. If there's people there are people isn't. That's the reality of what we are. So plan to get grenaded. Plan to get tagged. And boy, oh boy, did we. So one of the things that I found was really interesting is that when I go on a gun run, I have a path in mind of which way I'm going to go. So, whether it's around the backside, coming up behind Building 13, going down, doing a drive-by on Dawn, or going through over to Cindy, coming through April, I have paths in place. So when we were a transport, we had an 80% casualty rate. I mean, we go to do it, we get destroyed and get pissed off, have to come back. This was during first evolution. 80% casualty rate. We go up there because people don't know how to get in and off a technical. The guys at Dark Horse 6, they did. When we go to unload 8 or 9 guys, it took 5 seconds or 4 seconds, really short period of time for all those guys to get off. We've had people that there was only 5 people on that were jumping off, taking 20 seconds to get off the truck, and I can't move until A, they're 10 feet away, and B, they're off the truck. They're off the truck. I can't move. Um, so we would go and it's like move, 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 not have a conversation, time to move, and all of a sudden, boom. So anybody that was around the truck is also dead within 10 feet, which is I see him. I'll wait for the picture to stabilize. So it was incredibly frustrating at times because on a gun run, we're trying to run, we're trying to get stuff going, and we're trying to be stable. Let's see.
Can y'all hear me now? Jesus Christ.
We can.
Is it at least connected? Are we good?
Yeah.
Don't give me shit. I was using old technology.
Oh, we will give you. Look, I wasn't giving you anything.
No, that was more at Tubbs than you. So regardless, yeah, Tubbs, you and I can throw down at Scorched, man. Pull up. I'm gonna pull out the kukri and we're gonna battle it out, man. Send you my Airbnb address.
Now, with relation to that, if we were a gun truck, we had a 90% survival rate, at least on the first pass. Like when we go to do a first pass, Jesus Christ. Well, we do a first pass and complete the circuit essentially. That's a success, right? Anything else after that is bonus. Oh, here's blah blah blah. I have dial up.
You know what, Stu? I'll give you that. My internet is not always 100%. The only time it's consistent is when I'm wired in. So. Down by the river doesn't mean anything, love.
In a van down by the river.
I hate everything.
I started getting really frustrated because each time we came back to the AA, here's an important factor. If the vehicle's coming back, it is not time to sit there, jabberjaw, and have a conversation with people. Get on the truck, get off the truck. That's all you're doing. Get on the truck, get off the truck. If you're on the truck and you want to get off the truck. If you're on the truck and you're staying on, say you're staying on. Then the universal sign for it's time to go is smack the side of the truck so we can get moving. There was times I was sitting at the damn at the AA and I was getting so pissed off. Buck, I'm literally doing this. I'm like slamming the steering wheel going, get on the truck. So I was like, God damn it. I was like, finally I said, screw this. I'm going to leave somebody behind. Right? What the? I forgot that to put it back up here. So, so we had, because I mean, especially where one of the objectives was Betty was, if you guys remember, let me pull up the map again. There we go. So one of the objectives that they were going for, which Tan smartly attacked us for, kept attacking over and over, is Betty. Now, we could go north and go around. Nicole was up here at the top of the map, but Betty's right here. So really, for a technical, we only had two paths we could take, and almost always both of them bottlenecked right here, because there was no place lower that we can go down and around the bottom where Susan was to come up from the rear because it's all fenced off and how to play. We only had to go at Betty right here or come through Nicole to come over here. And up north was K-Bar. The company on Western that I kept saying was funded by the U.S. military because they had all the gear. They had all the supplies. They had what seemed like enough grenades and enough tagging to start another insurrection. It was really bad. They had 4 tag launchers and 6 LMGs. So no matter who we dropped off at Nicole, they would get whacked as soon as they got dropped off. There was no way to really push it to the trees there easily. At one point, they dropped, I think, 17 mortar strikes on Nicole to get people taken out. But even still, the people were so far back. Actually, Thomas, I do have some of it. We could definitely talk later on. You're talking about that first push I did? Yeah. Oh, I know. I know. I heard all about it, especially in the side of my vehicle. So when we pressed into Betty, when we kept going up, you could see the tan pressing Betty. So the tan technical would come up, drop off at Betty, and then there's a firefight at Betty. Then we'd have to respond in kind with the technical going up and attacking Betty. So it was like back and forth, back and forth. So at one point in time, I got so pissed off that people were taking forever to get on and off the truck. It's still processing, damn it. That I was like, I swear to God, I'm going to start leaving people behind. This is pissing me off. Get the hell off the truck. Get on the truck. Stop talking. Let's go. So then this happened.
What? No, we're not stopping. I told you, we're got to go kill people. We can't wait for people to jump on and off. Wait!
Those two in the back that were in the center of the road, like waving their arms and stuff, that was Che and that was Gabe, who decided to, when I said, get on the truck, get off the truck, get on the damn truck, and I'm like, I'm leaving in 5, 4. They thought I was going to wait. I started driving away. So I took off with Che's Skittles is on the back, Che's girlfriend, and and Gabe, his guns were in the truck. So now he has no guns on him. I was like, don't worry, I'll be back in about 7 minutes. 2 minutes to run up, kill people, get killed, wait my bleed out, and come back. It was hilarious because people started realizing real quick, I'm getting really pissed off that people are not jumping on and off the truck. Oh, God. That was like my biggest level of frustration was people not taking the time to get. And then the other thing, too, is people don't realize that they can go off the sides of the truck. They don't have to go out the front. And the secondary problem is that when you have a mounted gun in the center of the truck, the gunner really can't move around all that much if there's a whole bunch of people in the back. Yes, 17 mortar strikes at Nicole on Baker Company during phase 3 sucked monkey nuts. It took us down to 4 players. I'm not surprised because they really wanted Nicole, and you guys had all that firepower at Nicole, and I think I have the video, but I'm not going to play the video because I started cussing a lot. Excuse me. So, now, when it comes to vehicles and taking out the technicals and all that, we had a lot of fun with the tan technical. A ton of fun. I think they got us once, maybe twice. I'm not sure offhand. I know for sure they got us once. There was another interaction with them where we come running from Nicole. We come up right behind them. We launch a tag round, and it was too short. So as we're putting in the second launcher out, all of a sudden there's a boom in the back of the truck. One of our own guys, one of our gunner assistants, the ammo guy, dropped one of his Thunder Vs and blew up the truck himself. Now, with that being said, I really shouldn't talk too much trash about that because I did try to throw a grenade underneath Dawn as we're driving by. And when I pulled the pin, it was like enough force because I had to pull hard. The grenade just went flying and I blew up the truck. So I want to talk a little bit about vehicle grenades. So we got hit a lot. And here's just a couple of short clips of us getting taken out.
Like a bunch of guys in there.
Did we get hit? No. That's all way off.
Now what? Are we all dead?
Nope,
Yeah.
everyone's dead. Why did we do this? I don't understand.
Where do we get hit at? We're about to hit Dawn. We're about to hit. Swinging wide, light up. Shoot their feet, shoot their feet, shoot their feet. That was way behind us that time. What the fuck, man?
I wanted to point out that last one. When I saw it, it was way behind. It is really hard to track what 10 feet is off of a vehicle. But I have a solution for future events. I have more of those I had to go. Yeah. When you got hit with pink chalk rounds, that was great. If there was an impact on a vehicle, we always stopped immediately. When it came down to grenades exploding, you have to rely on two things. One, if you can see, if you're the driver or the security guy and you can see it in front of you or to your sides within your peripheral, that's your call. But then you have to trust the guys in the back that they're calling 10 feet. For the first day, a lot of you guys, a lot of time, got grenade calls at like 25 feet. We called the hits at 25 feet because the guys in back themselves didn't have a perspective of what 10 feet was. So I finally got so fed up with that one. I was like, I could see where, because they caused another, there was like two small fires that caused, like one off the side of the truck at that, like where we get hit from at the beginning, and then one at the night part where I said, what the F? You could actually see what was burning. And from where the tire tracks were to where the burning was, there was 6 paces, so roughly 18 or so feet from where the thing was. So it was outside the range, but still, we called it. We called a lot of hits. Now, there were some people. All right, I swear to God. I'm uploading another video now. The clips, guys, and ever since they've done this, it really has shortened down the amount of stuff that you can put up there so you guys can get pre-done. Yeah, I mean, 10 feet is fine, Stu. I mean, it's just a matter of people knowing what 10 feet, 5 feet, and everything else is. Because most people just don't know. They just don't have a perspective. Like 10 feet, honestly, if you think about it, it's 1.5 me. So when I stand up, it's only 10 feet. I think in this room, that's 10 feet, my wall. Or maybe it's this way. One of these two ways is only like my office is not that big. It's that way. That's only 10 feet long. So it's kind of hard, a lot of times hard to gauge and to tell 3 people or 8 papas. Typically 10 feet is 2 people. At best, or 2.5 people or 1.5 people, depending on how big you are, or 2 papas. So, and I mean, it's the video that I'll play as soon as it's done processing is not to call anybody out. It's not a thing. It's just a matter of, we still called the hit in this interaction. However, they were saying that they hit us, but actually we're almost 30 feet away from the grenade went off. Still 8 papas. Man, he's going to hurt you. So it's one of those things to think about when you're going through there. So what I'm going to be doing in the future is I'm going to tie a rope to the back of my trailer hitch. That is 10 feet plus whatever the width of the tailgate is, because the tailgate's always going to be down. It's going to be attached the rope's going to be attached to the trailer hitch by zip ties. So in case it gets caught on something that snaps, it breaks off real easy. But I'm going to trail it behind me. So that way people could see just what 10 feet is. Because there's a couple of videos out there where people are throwing grenades and you don't have any real force perspective of how close or how far the grenade is because of the angles and all that. So even if the grenade is thrown in a direct line, like one video, even if the grenade was thrown in a direct line right behind the truck, you're like, man, that might be close. But then you realize the person sitting on the tailgate is 5 foot tall. And that person could fall off and roll fully flush 4 times. and they probably still wouldn't be within the range of where the grenade hit, especially when it's moving. Put my shoes in a line. Exactly, Stu. I'm like in the same spot. So it's one of those things with technicals. Sometimes it's hard to judge, and also it's hard a lot of times. Like the technical drivers are looking at a lot of different things to see if they're on point or not. Like I looked at if there's almost every time that we had an interaction, there was almost always an admin there, and I would always look to see if I got a thumbs up or a thumbs down from an admin. If so, I stopped. And here's another key factor: you can't stop on a dime, because then the people in the back of the truck get thrown around, or the buggy or wherever. So you always have to make sure you're slowing down safely. Here's the interaction I was talking about.
Ah! Oh, right on the grill.
Whoa!
Ah, that was not a hit. That was not a hit.
Here.
Here's the second one. That was the one that got close.
Where? Right.
Yeah, see that half?
That was after
Okay.
the shot.
Okay. So let's map this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. So there's our tire tracks, right? Here's the shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I mean, I get the idea they're close. They think they got us.
It's sometimes good to see just that. That's how many bottles I drank. You could stop on a penny. So the reality is, and even still, like when I saw Emma's perspective after the fact, where the show was by that stop sign, it actually was from the other side that blew up and landed over here. So even giving them that perspective of that, it's still outside the range because the pace is about 3.5 feet, depending on your leg span and everything else, but definitely wasn't within 10 feet. So, but you could hear after the first grenade goes off, which was clearly not near the vehicle because of Emma's perspective, it was perfect. Sorry, give me 1 second here. Sorry. Okay, cool. Yes, damn near. So when the grenades are going off, you have a different perspective. You don't see that forced perspective to see just how close it was. But even still, when that first grenade went off, inside the truck, I heard the yelling. I thought it came from the bed of the truck. I was already stopping and putting on the deadlights. So we called the hit, and there was like another instance that happened there, which again goes down to perspective. What caused, like, there was a lot more to that video that we're going to show at a different time, because this is all going to be a positive thing. But again, just when you guys are interacting with vehicles out there and all that, really learn what the distance is. And unless it's like running underneath the vehicle or something else, give the drivers the benefit of the doubt. Also, give them a second to stop. If not, the person to tell is not the driver. It's to tell an admin. So at least admins know. But on a whole, throughout the entire thing over the weekend, it was really, 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 really great interactions on almost all sides, right? With the stuff that was going down. Now, there was another moment that was just funny as hell. We were accused of being a little mean with the truck, and I don't know what they're talking about.
These guys down. Well done, gents. You guys put some fucking hustle in.
That's the Mogadishu Mile, boys!
They went running all the way around that building to try to escape us, and they were running hard. They're like, "That truck is coming," and I was like, "I'm gonna get these guys. We're gonna go pulling around there," and they were running. And then the GoPro, I thought I was turning on the GoPro. I accidentally turned it off. Then I turned it back on again the second time when we came around that corner, and that was Skittles throwing a pack of Skittles at the guy. But she didn't.
That's mean.
It was supposed to say "Taste the Rainbow," and she didn't do it. So it was a really great interaction because those guys came up after the fact. He goes, "We didn't know what you threw at us. Those Skittles were needed after that run."
Fuck's sakes. Also, if you guys are wondering what I'm making, it's cheesecake because I'm a fat ass. My wife says I'm not, apparently.
R2. R2.
She says you'll
All
make
right.
her cry if you keep calling me a fat ass.
Oh, we don't want that. Let's see here. Any other funny moments before we go into? Oh, excuse me.
I think I'm actually going to have enough to make two, so I'll give one off.
Oh, yeah. I'll put this up here. I'll get this going too.
Yeah.
Somebody asked. This was the other one that was request to be seen. Let's see.
If you're throwing down, you need to bring the cheesecake.
Listen, man, if we're throwing down at Scorched Earth and I win, you got to treat me to something. But if you win, I will go to the store while at my Airbnb and make one at my Airbnb for you.
Someone just said he'd have to have an ass for that to be true. Has he never seen you?
Apparently not.
Maybe got back.
I know, right? It's no, Tubbs. You're not a fat man. You're a member of the potato army, man.
I like that.
Potato's an official shape. All right.
Potato army.
So, once again, start of the game when I was talking about the whole bad grenade throw.
All the way down?
Yeah, they're right on this wall.
This.
Can we go this way? Joker.
Can we get some applause for the Oreo cheesecake?
It seemed like a whole lot of effort for that. Yeah, he did bring cookies. So this one is another one where when people requested, right? This was an interaction that happened that people don't hear. So we were coming out trying to push these guys off of Betty. Come down the line, we saw him. Crisper shot, Crisper hit. He then shot, hit the truck, and I asked, "Hey man, where's your dead rag?" Just out of curiosity. And he goes, "You didn't hit me." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "Well, he did. I saw the babies go in, but that's fine. That's cool. Whatever." And it was somebody that we knew, so we were just having a good conversation. So it wasn't like it was a heated yelling match or anything. And he goes, "Let me see the video." So here's the video.
Crisper, right here.
Attacking.
Crisper, right here.
So 2 hits, not a big deal. If you want to see the video, just keep that woman, man. She'll defend you to the end, brother.
At
So
least you had a good interaction with someone that didn't think they got hit instead of here's another cheater video.
it wasn't a cheater video.
I know. That's why I'm saying I'm glad we had a good
Legit.
interaction with one.
We're not saying that we shot him first or anything else. He flat out he took us out. I mean, it was a good solid trade because the BBs did hit after he shot it. Even if the tag hit right after the BBs hit, it's irrelevant because it was so close together. I was accepting it either way, and he hit me with the smoke too. not a chalk, not a pecker, a freaking smoke grenade. I look over and start smoking. It's like, did you really hit me with a smoke? um, so it was on a whole a really awesome event. I mean, you can't say that there's ever a perfect event where nobody cheats or anything else like that, because we saw stuff on both sides. And it's not the video for today of the stuff that was there. This is all just a positive video about the stuff that was there. So with the UAV, I mentioned that a couple times, and I didn't really go into detail on it. When I say that thing was a force multiplier, oh my God, was that thing a force multiplier? They could zoom in, they could see people with their heat signatures and everything else on the field, daytime, nighttime, it didn't matter. They watched us do some of the attacks on Dawn, because I'd radio in, I'm like, I'm doing a drive-by on Dawn, I plan to get shot. I'll drop guys off at the backside of Dawn and then ride through. And they said, man, that was awesome to watch from here. And I'll be like, oh, you guys are still watching from up there. That's awesome. So it was kind of awesome to see just how many players they knew, where they were at, and everything else. It was just a really great event and stuff that went down. Now, I don't know who did it, but there was a major issue that did happen where the TAN team lost. I want to say a lot of points. I don't know the exact number, so I'm not going to guess or stipulate what is a lot of points. And evidently, we did catch it on the camera, on I think my camera or Skittles' camera, walking out of the destroyed buildings. I didn't even catch it or realize it at the time. I just happened to be going through the video and saw it myself. So, that is probably one of the biggest problems that can actually make you win or lose an event, is war crimes and going to a place you're not supposed to. Who was that? That was Steve Ash's friend. Oh God, why can't I remember his name? Sideswiper or something like that. So I take it you're talking about the whole trade issue. So, and here's why it was like so important. The final score, and I don't know the exact number at the very end, so I'm just guessing, and I'll just give it to you. It was like 170,581 to 170,550. Now remember those last three numbers on each side, the 550 and the 580. I don't remember the exact score on that, but there was only a 31-point difference between the two, and Eastern won again. The green team won. If those war crimes hadn't been there, it very well could have been that Western took the win. So it's something that all teams and everybody 31 points loss. I'm still sick. Yeah, man. I think it really just came down to those war crimes. At least that's what's being said. I mean, I hope that was the actual number, and they just didn't decide to calculate the war crimes for either side, because it wouldn't have mattered. Either way, a 31-point win, narrow squeaked out victory. That's kind of awesome. Scott, yeah, that's right, Scott. So again, I'm not calling Scott a cheater or anything else like that. He probably legit didn't feel it, but he wanted to see the video. There's the video for him. So, but it was a great event. We had an awesome time. Like I said, the incidents that we had were so few and far between. Well, there was one other thing that got me nuts. When we do Milsim events, we ultimately listen to orders, right? You tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. I might argue back and say, are you sure? I don't think we should do this. On Sunday, we had to do a push on Nicole. They wanted a push on Nicole. They wanted me to load up a bunch of people, throw them in the back of the truck, and go hit Nicole. He goes, "I'm going to drop a whole bunch of mortars along the way." I said, "I don't want to go to Nicole with the truck as a transport. I mean, I could do a gun run for you, but not as a transport." I was like, "We're combat ineffective at that spot." Um, the I said, "K-Bar is a well-funded army company that has 4 launchers and 6 LMGs. If we go over there, we're going to get waxed quick, and it's going to be kind of because it's all in the woods. We can't get back there to fight against them." "No, no, no, you can do it. You can do it. Just do it." I was like, "All right." So we did it. We rolled up. As soon as we deployed, LMGs light up, take out the guys that jumped off, and we get smacked with not 1 but 2 tagging rounds. I had to roll up the windows because I was cursing up a storm. I was legitimately upset that what happened because I knew it was going to happen, and I was just like, I just want to go. But we still followed orders. That was the order for command, and that's when I drove back to command, and I said, "We cannot do this with this vehicle at Nicole. We are just going to keep going up there to die and wasting time. Let us go." Of course, man. That's what I'm saying. He asked for the video. I'm just providing the video. That was it. So when I said it's like I knew that 2 shots went in. Not a big deal. It really didn't matter. He's the one that wanted it. He's the one that requested it. There it is. So nobody's calling anybody cheaters here. It was an interaction that happened that was theirs. It's not a big deal. It was a great action. So when we got hit and I came back, I pretty much said, "I'll do one more drop off, and I am leaving, and I'm going to go do gun runs exclusively." And at least at that point, the commander trusted me enough to say, "Okay, you do that. Go do your runs," and we became combat effective again. Yes, K-Bar did. You guys had so much firepower there. I think even after, and so many bodies over there too. You guys had 17 mortars dropped on you guys, and you were still able to defend off the attacks and stuff that were going on. So the attacks on Nicole were something fierce. Stop, Cora. Now, with all that being said, it's an awesome event. It's fun. I want to address one other thing that happens, and this goes to the players. If you bring something expensive out onto the field, you are taking a risk with that expensive stuff. If it gets shot out, damaged, or destroyed, unless somebody intentionally takes it from you and intentionally smashes it in front of you, you really can't get upset if something gets damaged out on the field.
No, I definitely saw 2-4 play.
Oh,
Now you're hit. Fuck, hey! Good job, bro. Get a slow ass reaction.
Fucking slap my night vision, bud.
well,
That's no bum shit.
Man, that's like $2 grand right there, bitch.
Don't-
You didn't get shot till after?
I thought we traded. I got camera too, but I thought we traded, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's one of those give your balls a tug. You're not better than the rest of us. All of our stuff is just as expensive kind of things.
No, I mean, if you bring night vision out on the field, yes, it was Garcia. So I want to address that real quick. First off, playing back the video and everything else, it sounds like, because you can't really see anything. I'm going to have Shay try to lightening it up so we can see more video. I'm hoping to get the video from Panda, the guy that was shooting the pistol. So that way I can get his perspective, because his camera is actually a night vision camera, so you actually might see more. It definitely sounds like a standard trade. And now, the guy that had his night vision broke was his partner that was laying there. sorry, but nobody's really aiming for your night vision in the middle in the dark to take it out, especially not with like a glass blowback pistol. It's just not what happens. You brought something out there without having a protection over it. That's your responsibility. That's the like me when my GoPros get shot out. I know because I go out there and my GoPros look just like this. You know, this typically gets destroyed. Actually, that's not even here. This one's mine. And I don't know if you guys could see it or not, but yeah, you can already see there's a couple of dents on it. I haven't even tried the LED screen yet, but there's like 3 solid dents on this right here already. But these lenses typically get shot out. Now the lens can be replaced with, like a $12 replacement part or whatever that you could just snap on, snap off. However, I have a Hero 7 Black that somebody did a quick double tap and went through this one, and the second one took out the inner lens. So that GoPro is now toast. I have the GoPro protection plan. It's what it is. You know, I go out there with the expectation that at any point in time, this thing could get damaged. You know, it's a $350 camera. You know, if you go out there with $2,000 nods and you don't do anything to protect them and they get shot out, that is your own responsibility. And you have to focus on your responsibility. I bring out a $17,000 truck. If something gets like it got dented by the tagging rounds, okay, that happened. You know, if Kevin Crisper shot out my driver's side rear view mirror, took out a chip up in the corner. You know, I'm currently working on a remedy for that, Joker. I just need to find a manufacturer so I could source them from. Depending on what it is, I might know a couple for you. I mean, they're all overseas, but if you don't mind that, I mean, some people do. But so, looking at these things, I bring up, a $17,000 truck out onto the field. It gets damaged. I'm not mad about it because I knew the risk I took bringing my truck out onto the field. When it comes to some of the other people out there, they get really pissed off when their stuff gets destroyed. I mean, answer me this, guys. This is a question for you. Whose fault is it really? Or in a second, and a follow-up question is, would you bring $2,000 nods out onto a field? Inquiring minds want to know. So that's straight up. So for on a whole, TCA once again put on an awesome event. The Guardian Center is one of those AOs that you should go to at least once to experience it. Nice. That's awesome, Stu. So I have 6K PVS 14, 6K, $7,500, $9,500 thermals. They're all protected by durable enough to take strikes to their bodies. It's his fault. Exactly. And yes, I bring them all. Yes, only if I could bring out my $1,700 truck. All right, that seems kind of weird. I was not trying to like flex about how much my truck cost. It was just mostly along the lines of I have a 2017 Ram that I use for airsoft. But that's the thing that comes down the line. Anything that I bring out to the field or to an event, I expect to be that I can't really, like I said, unless somebody intentionally takes it and smashes it on the ground intentionally, I can't really fault somebody if a grenade goes like the back of my. This was actually a funny interaction. There was a guy, at least all day Sunday. He stayed behind the porta potties between the blown up building and the wall the entire Evo. And I think he stayed there. Yeah, because I bought it like a year and a half ago, so I didn't buy it new. He stayed there because he knew that about every 10 or 15 minutes, we'd come rolling through that gravel pit and killing any tan that were trying to go to the buildings because we knew that's where platoons and squads would go. It's out in the open. There's no cover for a good like 300-400 feet in any direction, so it's a good place to take them out. So we'd go rolling through there. He's behind a porta potties. We knew this. We'd have to take shots at him. He would take shots at us with his tagging launcher. Well, at one point, he launches a shell. He misses. He reloads. I'm trying to move away. He launches another one. it lands right on top of the toolbox as the reload gunner or the reloader on the back puts his gun down on top of it and blows up and leaves a big old dent, a nice sized dent on the top of my toolbox of the truck. People are like, "Oh my god, sorry man, it's dented." I was like, "That's what I care." I got it before all that shit went to hell with the prices of trucks and all that crap. So hell, I got a 2014 or 2013 Beetle with only 68,000 miles on it for $5,500. But again, I cannot stress how great it was at the Guardian Center. Now, I am probably going to be done with the Guardian Center for a little while because of AO fatigue for me. I mean, unless a bunch of my guys want to go back there again, I'd go back for another one. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be at Iron Dagger. I just got too much stuff going on, and it's too close to that. I know, man. Look, the battle van is going to be something that's going to be badass, bro. Which comes to another thing. I mean, there's people going around saying, "Oh, like, as if like technicals are new to airsoft." They really aren't. Personal technicals are there, and there's some really cool ones people are coming out with. Really cool, ingenious ways to mount their guns and everything else. Like people like ours, even though it's not the most. I mean, it's sturdy, but it's not. It won't take an entire force of somebody yanking on it to survive. Damn, man. The Ford C-Max I bought for $10K at 55K miles 4 years ago is now selling for $18K. Damn. No, hey, Brad, I'm legit looking at sometime next year getting an ice cream truck and turning it into the twisty ice cream truck. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. That looks messy, Buck.
I'm making nikumaki.
Okay, whatever that is.
It's a rice ball that's wrapped in meat. So I'm currently making the rice balls.
Gotcha. Let's see here.
The rice sticks to everything.
Sticky rice.
There you go, chat. All that extra rice. Gross.
I mean, sometimes the great thing with a van is that you have so much space that you could do. You could almost make it to where there's like a turret up top, one out each side, one out the back. Oh, God, Buck. Brad Wells. How the TF did he go from cheesecake to that?
Honestly, it's a matter of prepping in certain times because I knew that the rice was going to take the shortest amount of time, so I put that in the rice cooker first. Made the cheesecake because I knew it was going to take the longest to bake, so I figured by the time we're done eating food, the cheesecake would be ready. So I just started slicing up some pork, just made the rice balls because it just finished. So timing.
So if you guys were actually at the event, hey, get your snout out of it. The dog wants to eat my dinner. So if you guys were at Serious Viking, go ahead and share some of your favorite thoughts from the event. Buck, I'm going to need you to hold the stream for a second. I need to go put something away. I need to go grab something for the stream.
No worries. Chat, how we feeling? What's going on? How's everybody's day? Tell me who went to Serious Viking, who was there, what's going down. Was it as worth it? Should I go next year? Do I give a fuck about life? Probably not. So Buck is playing with sticky balls of white stuff on his hands. Yeah, that's yeah. Pointing out the obvious there, Chief. I mean, it is what it is, but I hope you're... I don't know if you guys can hear the sticky juices from the pork, but I hope you can, just for you. Just for you, Tubbs.
Food, bud.
I'm hitting on Tubbs specifically, but he wants to fight me already, so it won't change much. Like my fat ass wants some cheesecake now. I mean, I'll let you know how it turns out. I'll post some in the Discord.
Oh.
By the way, we have a brand new Discord, all nice and fancy. Don't forget to join.
Oh, and here he is, Dagger 6, the guy that was in charge of our little company here at Serious Viking, the guy who was essentially the commander of the vehicle until I started telling him we ain't doing that. Hello, Mr. Walker. How you doing? Speaking of which...
How we doing? How we doing?
All right. He's currently on vacation right now, so he goes from Serious Viking to a much-needed vacation. I could totally get down with that. Well, he answers my question there. Kevin was actually pretty awesome as the commander and Dagger 6. Great communication throughout the entire day. Yeah, I'm on vacation with the family at the beach.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
The funny thing about that is I kind of forget that people don't live on a coast like I do. And I was like, but the beach is only 6 miles away.
For you, Mark. Just for you.
I know. Well, for most of Florida.
Regardless.
I think 80% of the population lives like 10 miles from the coast. What AEG do you recommend? Are you talking about starter, intermediate, or something that you plan to upgrade? Hey, Kevin, I sent you a message asking if you wanted to come on and all that. So let me know if you want to jump on. I'll send you a quick link to give you my heartfelt appreciation for all the work you put in, sir. Except for the fact that you shut out my driver's side mirror. Or wait, even better. You know how many times this gentleman fired inside of the truck? Not like out the window at a target or just... My poor dashboard's like, screw you. Get this guy out of the truck. Selling my HPA, going back to my roots. All right. Rick, what I always tell everybody, if you're planning on upgrading, it really doesn't matter as long as it's not a Crytek. Since Crytek's
you cannot upgrade Crytek's at all.
You can. It just costs you a hell of a lot more in
and a lot
labor
more
costs.
time than it's worth.
Yeah. So what I've been telling everybody, like one of the go-tos that I've been recommending people. Yeah, no kidding. Trust me, I'm well aware. I could count how sensitive that trigger is on my dashboard. He felt so bad each time he did it to. He's like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "It's all right, Kevin. Don't worry. If I didn't expect it to happen, we wouldn't be here right now." Although I'm definitely going to be putting some plexi over my mirrors when I replace them. That's a question. Brad's question to Rick is, why are you selling your HPA? Virtue is at the Texas Renaissance Fair, and he has a new ramen noodle joint there that he's doing. And when I called him on my way home Sunday, he said, "Yeah, I might not be able to make it." He goes, "I'm making ramen broth for days." He goes, "I'll see how I feel the day of." And considering that he's not here,
we can see how he's feeling.
Yeah, we can see it. All right, Kevin. Once again, pleasure running with you, brother. Glad Dagger 6 was very effective out there. Thanks for all the assistance with backing up and all that stuff. And love you. Go have fun with that family.
You deserve it.
Looking to lighten my loadout. I kind of figured it was going to be a weight issue. If you're trying to lighten your loadout, check out the G&G SRS. It's a great intermediate gun right out of the box, and it takes upgrades really well. It's got a...
And
It's
he's
not
dead.
on my... No, I'm looking over to see if I had it behind me. I don't have it behind me because that's what I got for... Oh, the Ohio Ren Fair. Oh, sorry, Smurf. All right, he's at a Ren Fair, okay? He's doing his other nerd shit right now.
Also, by the way, I meant to ask you, do you want me to make Smurf an admin in the Discord?
Oh, yeah, Smurf's supposed to ask you what things she's supposed to... what role she's supposed to take. But, yeah, you can make her an
Yeah,
admin.
she DM'd me.
Okay.
I was going to ask because I was like, wait, aren't you an admin for Joker? And I was like, wait a minute, let me just fucking give you...
You know, all right. An admin for Joker. No, it's an admin for... it's not for me. Now, if it was my server, my Discord server, that'd be a different story.
I'm working on it. Plus, you gotta
Man,
give me ownership of the server before I can do much.
I thought I did already.
No, you didn't. I need to get full ownership of the server. You just gave me admin access. If you give me full ownership of the server, then I can override it and give it a full overhaul.
All right. Okay, so we do have another GoFundMe to share. This one is for let's see here. I don't know what his name is. Hold on one second. All right. This is for a little 6-year-old that needs he's been diagnosed with like an autoimmune disease, and has to go further with diagnostic testing, which the out-of-pocket costs are $2,500. Man, do I know that feeling. So here is the GoFundMe link that if you guys can just click on it doing it. They're looking at raising around $2,500 for that, which is really not that bad of a goal. Hopefully that the community can help out and go above and beyond. They will... that's Buck. That's Mom is the one that posted that.
Mom posted that?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take a look at it in a bit.
So it's their local field manager's son. So it's somebody that's directly tied to the airsoft community. So people can start dropping in 10, 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks. That would definitely help out change this little kid's life, or at least help them get the information that they need. And we can,
I have a completely unrelated note once you're finished with that.
Yeah, I gotta wait until I'll be putting more towards it. So, Mom will be at Scorched Earth, and she'll be raffling off a couple of guns and maybe some gear and stuff for this as well to help that goal. So, if we could have some of our followers do that, that would be absolutely fantastic. What the hell?
I'm gonna try to flatten all this.
Hey, why did that not go through? Well, screw you.
I'm gonna mute for a minute.
Sure. I'm actually putting my donation in right now. 612. What the frick? The hell? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Am I not? That's why I'm not signed in. Derp, derp. Oh. Hey, what's up, Al? What's up, Tiny? Tiny, how you doing, brother? Okay. Oh, not everyone did it. There we go. My donation is now in. I know, Alex, man. Yeah, I'll send it to you right now, Garcia. If you guys are, I'll be putting it inside the Discord group and everything else. So, there you go. I saw that, Captain. Mr. Tubbs. We got you all set up there. Tubbs is going to be somewhere on the command staff for the TAN team. So, that's another thing I was going to talk about with Scorched Earth. We can't hear you. Quit playing with your balls. Tickets are going fast. Green tickets are definitely selling out faster than the tan tickets. It looks like there's about 118, 116 green tickets left, compared to about 160 of the tan tickets. But after this weekend, I think that a lot of stuff's going to be changing for that. A lot of people were looking forward to it. They just had to get past Serious Viking first before going through. Before like pulling the trigger and all that, and not getting their tickets.
Bucky flirting with me? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be rocking tan anyway. I don't know if I'm going to help out with Commander or anything like that, but I'm still choosing. Talk to Mark at some point. Sit down. Enjoy. No. Sweet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's share the Discord server. All right, we're going to talk about the next thing. So we mentioned before about subscriptions, and I should have said memberships to the. You know, not for nothing, but a lot of times the people in Discord post some great stuff. This meme up, what's your plan if the nuclear war starts? The person responds, I'm pretty sure my employer wants me to work that day, so I guess I'm working.
Also, don't forget to push team patches. We're still posting everybody's stuff in our emojis. I just haven't gotten around to putting everybody's up yet. It's been a busy as fuck week for me.
All right, so let's talk about memberships on YouTube, because that's what they are. Memberships help us. Was that you, Brad? That was awesome. Memberships help us keep the lights on and everything else, and helps us bring more stuff in so we can have restream, and we can also get cool things like what I have in my hand right here. Well, actually, it's not this, that I didn't pay for this, but Feachi sent me another goodie bag. We like the guys at Feachi, and you guys might have seen these before, maybe not. But if you don't know, Feachi is coming out with a whole bunch of line of real steel stuff, and some of their real steel stuff also translates. Wait, what did they send me this time? I don't think this is what it was supposed to be. Oh yeah, it is. It's only 9. I'm fast. Let's see here. I'll have to look how to put this together. They sent me the N40 3X multiplier. Viachi does put out some really cool, oh, there it is. Really cool, really awesome stuff. So it's a flip up magnifier. Obviously, I don't have the parts all together properly and all that to go through, but I can't wait to do the review of this. But like always with Viachi, whenever I do a review and everything else, I could then give it away to one of our viewers. So that's what we're going to be doing for this. And for this goes to the people that have memberships. So if you don't have a membership, I highly recommend getting one right now. We have a couple of memberships there. So if you get a membership, odds are ever in your favor to be able to win this. So each membership tier has a different amount of raffle tickets you get. First tier gets 1, second tier gets 3, third tier gets 6, so it multiplies. The higher up in the tiers you go, I'll put more details out there for that. This thing is pretty damn sexy, to be honest with you. I think that's the right way. No, the other way is definitely the right way, because this way just made everything really small. Man, that magnification's awesome. I almost don't want to give this away. All right, I just got a message from somewhere. I don't know where. All right. So check out the memberships that we have. You guys could also earn things like patches and everything else. It's supposed to be there? So definitely check it out. I mean, this thing's hefty. Just like first looks, first feels of it and everything else. It really is. The magnification is pretty damn sweet. Obviously, I can't see anything right there, but maybe my kid's patch wall real quick. Nice. What the hell? Alrighty then. Somebody's sending me messages I can't see on Discord. So whoever you are, sorry, I can't see the messages. Let me try restarting Discord and find out. All right. So we're moving right along. Buck's still cooking. Pretty much the AAR for Serious Viking is over with. So we're going to start jumping right into some upcoming stuff that we have on the line here. Pending. All right, that's weird. I swear to God, somebody was messaging me on Discord and it just wasn't coming through. The alerts were coming through, but whatevs. All right. So while we keep going, does anybody have any questions on anything that we can answer? It's Q&A time and everything else.
Go for it. Go ask your question.
No, I'm scared.
Also, Joker, how many slots do we still need for Tan command?
All of the slots?
All of them? How many?
Like at least 5 or 6. I mean, Fury finally committed to being the green CO. So Colonel Fury is back.
Wonderful to hear.
Back in black and green, baby.
My wife also has a question.
What's the question?
Can I see the dog?
Cora.
Yeah.
If she comes here.
She's the boss, not you.
I don't know where they are. That's
Aw,
weird.
That's okay.
They're probably in the room with the wife. Which I think Damien's getting a shower right now, so that's probably why they're all in there. They always stay near him. Did you post a list for the first time Milsim people? Post a list of what? That's right, Tubbs. I forget. You only done like role play events. I know, exactly, right, Brad? The one time we need her and she's not here. Oh, wait. There's Damien. What the hell? Where is the dog? Mommy's room?
Aw.
Mark is now greatly disturbed. Where is the dog?
I feel
Let's
bad.
hold bets for where the dog is.
I feel bad. I didn't mean to have him get up.
No, it's good. Now he's just concerned about his puppy.
Let's see the baby. Who's this guy?
That's Tubbs. Tubbs, you get to see more sticky white shit in my hands.
No. Why would you say that? Actually, never mind.
This is airsoft. This is how this goes.
I see that.
Okay, so before she can come on camera, she's in trouble right now. And then I didn't know this, but Damien went to make himself a sandwich, and the dog went up there and stole his bread.
Good job, Cora.
There you go.
Hi, baby. Oh, she's so cute.
She is so food oriented. Like right now, you trying to eat my food too? No.
I wonder. That sounds like someone we know or used to know.
Yeah.
Ow.
So cute. She's like, I love you.
Now you're not going anywhere. It was a trap. It was a trap the entire time.
I'm gonna cry.
Happy
Go.
of course.
No, I know. I just love
Go lay
you.
down.
Thank
Did you eat the food?
I really appreciate that.
Who else wants to smack my meat?
Can you put the meat down, please?
Tubbs of what to bring. Sure, we can go over a list of that. Now it is going to be Pennsylvania in the mountains, close to wintertime, or at least we call it the dead of winter because of how cold it is for us. But for you guys, you might call it fall. We Floridians
It's early winter.
We Floridians really don't know these different types of seasons because we only have summer and slightly less hot summer. But let's go over some of that. So in case you guys are wondering what we're talking about now, where is it? We are talking about Scorched Earth, which is going to be at the Haunted Crescent Sanatorium in Crescent, Pennsylvania. It's going to be our fourth Milsim event and fifth event at that location. So that lovely link right there gives you guys a lovely $10 off promo code that you can use. So for Milsim events, what you typically need for that is obviously your right camo color for you. So the Nationalists are tan, the Federalists are green. Now, when it comes to green, and some of you green guys are going to be grumbling about this, we made a decision after Syndicate 2 to eliminate a multicam Tropic as a color option because especially as it fades and everything else, it's really hard to distinguish between that and tan. And there was a lot of confusion that happened. A lot of people were complaining and grumbling about the different colors.
I got 4 messages from several separate people yesterday. They're like, hey, you're working at Scorched Earth, right? And they were like, why can't I use Tropic? And I was like, I don't know, ask Mark.
Yeah, because we had too many problems with it. Especially since a lot of these locations are dark, people are mostly looking for the pattern. And Joker, carpool with me. Alex, I'm going up a week in advance, bro, or I would say sure. I'd bring you along. No problem. But I got to go up a week in advance so I can, A, get any cleanup we haven't done from the previous event cleaned up, and B, start getting it all set up for Scorched Earth. There's a lot of doors to open, a lot of stuff to get set, all that. But I do believe there's a contingent of people coming from down here that you might be able to carpool with, man. For no problem.
If anybody's
So-
coming up to the Albany area and is looking to carpool, let me know ASAP. As fuck, at me in the server. You guys have me. Going down with several people. We're all getting an Airbnb. I will drop you off at whatever Airbnb or hotel you need to. That is my attempt at being a nice guy, a nice jackass.
That was really big for him.
The other, so pretty much you need your camo color for your faction. Like I said, solid tan is a good color for tan guys. Make sure you have something that's, like I said, of course I'm saying this now, then it's not going to be cold, which is actually perfect, so I'm going to say it. Plan for cold weather. Like last time we were there, it was 20 some odd degrees there, and then it started to snow, which was even worse.
Forecast says it's going to snow, or it's below, I believe, 40 plus degrees. Don't bring your gas guns. It's a waste of time. You're going to spend more time refilling than you are anything else. Word from a professional from the north.
So now there's always a discrepancy from different people on what to wear for like a chest rig. I personally like a battle belt because I like to go light. I don't like to have a whole bunch of weight on me, and it lowers down. So whatever gear you have, like your chest rig, your belt, your holsters, all that color doesn't matter. However, it's highly advised that you wear the color of the side that you're on so you don't get shot accidentally. Your helmet, your lid, your cover, whatever you want to call the thing that sits on top of your head, has to match your faction side. So if you have a tan helmet and you're on the green side, buy a green like this. I got these here. It's actually a perfect example. This is a tan helmet. On top of it is a green helmet cover. So you can actually see the tanness underneath. Green helmet cover on top. It's now a green helmet. Yes, these sides might look tan, but at least almost the entirety of the helmet is green. Chest rig. Again, it doesn't really matter what color is, as long as your camo color matches. Depending on what role you are, you might want to have anywhere between 6 to 8 magazines on you. Yes, you can reload on the field. You do not need to be at your AA to do so. We're not restricting that. We highly recommend getting 2 tourniquets or 2 4-foot long ace wraps cut in half, the 4-inch wide ones, for wounds. So when you're wounded, a tourniquet can be placed on your arm, wrapped and secured by somebody else, or an ace wrap can be wrapped around and then tied off to eliminate a wound so you can get back, or to stop you from bleeding out, to get you back into the fight. When you get hit twice, or you've been medic twice, third time you're dead, with one exception, if somebody's taking you prisoner. Obviously, wear a good pair of comfortable boots, or shoes. Comfortable boots are highly advised. No open-toe shoes, sandals, or anything like that. And no tactical Crocs do not count as adequate foot cover. Sorry. As comfy as they might be for some people. All right. Hydro pack. You guys should always have one of those because
if you don't have a hydration bladder at this point, you're coming to a serious Milsim event, you're an idiot.
Well, I mean, come on now. Be nice. Be nice.
Drink some fucking water.
You drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
I literally just did. I don't want to hear it. Dehydrated.
Other things to bring, you need to have a dead light and a dead rag. Dead light can be any red color light, whether it's a glow stick, it's a button that you push on your chest.
Evex got them for $5.
Extra socks. Yeah, extra socks are a good thing. Gloves are highly recommended, like tactical gloves, and mine are being washed right now. Oh, somebody asked me about these before, so I'll show them off on Amazon. Uh, the Titan Op gloves are the ones that I use quite a bit. The hell they go?
Oh yeah. Side note. I don't know if anybody is in the market for a gear case. Evike has like their most expensive one on sale for half off right now. It's $115 as opposed to $230. I just bought it last night. I was gonna wait on getting my gear for Scorched Earth for a little bit. I saw that was on sale and I sent it. I grabbed pretty much everything I needed.
Let's show these off real quick. Share that screen. All right. These are the gloves that I get. The green is actually greener than what it looks like in this picture. And the sizing chart go one size higher. So typically I wear an extra large glove. Here I get 2X gloves. These things hold up really well. They're actually kind of warm too. So if you're out there in the weather and all that. But the other important factor is that they're really good at repelling BBs. So they're Titan Ops tactical gloves. We're not sponsored by them. It's just those are the ones I wear, and people ask for them quite a bit. That's to stop your hands from really getting stung. Flashlight is also needed. A tactical flashlight for your gun. Again, you can go to Feyachi's website or Feyachi. If you're looking, not coming up. This flashlight right here. They're kind of inexpensive, but they're bright as hell. Here, I'll share the screen again. Anybody that knows that's been a part of the channel knows that I highly recommend these even before they started sending me stuff to review and all that for them. This is actually, it's only like $32. And I do believe it comes with a battery. This one does not come with a battery included. But the pressure switch isn't bad for this one. But what I recommend is spending the extra money to get this pressure switch right here, because it clips right onto the rail system very easily. And it's nice, solid clips and everything. It feels a lot sturdier for what it does. So you just put it on any of the Feyachi lights on the rear, and it really works well. So I love that momentary on. So you don't even, like, when it comes down to putting this on the rail, you don't need to worry about like using any of the adhesive, the Velcro, or anything else. It just clips right on. This is actually the first Feyachi light I got almost 3 years ago. And it wasn't until the last time at MA last week that it actually got damaged to the point where the LED actually got, you might not be able to see it too well, actually got shot out. It got toasted. So they're super bright lights. They shine up really well. I highly recommend getting them if you guys don't already have a flashlight. Then it's all right there on Amazon that you guys can get pretty quick. They also have this deal, which I really want to. I really want to get my hands on this light myself. I think Jet has it. It's a combination deal. It's another 1200 Luden with that pressure switch for only $48. Really is. These really are nice flashlights. They go on easy and everything else. So that's another thing that you really need to have for the prison, because even on the upper floors, not a light, like some light comes in, but there's some areas that are still kind of dark. It's kind of a weird way to say, but there are definitely some dark areas inside the place. So I'd highly recommend, having a flashlight. Besides that, I mean, obviously, depending on what you run, whether it's AEG or HPA, make sure that you have enough batteries. Make sure if it's cold out, make sure your batteries stay warm somehow, some way. Get some powder, maybe for chafing. But that's pretty much it for the milsims. I mean, there's really not much. I mean, I would also recommend if you have M4 mags or 9mm mags, getting an Odin speed loader.
Oh yeah, those things really make a difference, guys. Don't slack off if you don't have one. Definitely get it. It's worthwhile.
You can actually check out the Odin speed loaders on MK Airsoft's page. Don't get them from Amazon because those aren't the real things. If you get an Odin speed loader, I also highly recommend getting the silicone inserts so you don't have a battle maraca.
You will still have a maraca, just less loud.
Hardly. There's a huge difference in sound between the ones that have it and the ones that don't. Obviously, you only need a sidearm for certain classes, like sniper class, like sniper and sniper, DMR, and LMG classes need to have a sidearm, but nobody else really needs to. Yeah. Like milsim events, really. I mean, good belt. Pretty much that's it. I mean, there's not much more that you really need from Geigerlands to here. Just make sure it all matches if you can. Make sure you're staying within the color requirements. Stay hydrated and everything else, because a lot of the other stuff we provide. Now, you are going to need to bring your own BBs. We're not supplying those. I highly recommend also a tracer unit, because, man, it's something else to see those green BBs go flying through the AO. Are you done making food yet?
I am. I've been done making food. I'm just trying to clean up. Just waiting on everything to finish.
I mean, I also highly recommend either wearing a dye mask or one of the face masks. I cannot stress like a face mask enough. Like this here is one of the ones I use religiously. That one covers your ears plus your face, and they hold up really well. Again, they're not that expensive, and they work really well. Now, a lot of this stuff could also be purchased by some of our awesome vendors that are coming to this event and sponsors. What weight BB? Depends on what your gun could push. I mean, I always recommend going at least the lowest weight I would say is like 2.8, unless your gun can't push it. But 3.2 is my go-to.
My go-to personally is between a 2.8 or either 2.8 or a 2.5, depending on the gun I'm using. I try to keep mine lightweight personally, just because most of my interactions are CQB, and I don't really like the heavier ones hitting people. Maybe that'll change after I get my custom, but who knows?
I have no mercy.
I know. You're just a dick.
I go into my Airsoft with .32s. Taste the rain. See here.
Also, was I muted when I was talking about the gear case, or did y'all hear me on that one?
We heard you.
Okay, good. Because it's on sale for $115. If you guys are looking for a good quality gear case, that is the way to go. Only downside is it's a green one instead of a black. So if you're really horny for the black one, I'm sorry, but you're SOL. I think there's only a few hours left on it as well. Checking right now.
That works. 2.8s will work. So the thing that we recommend everybody doing, like, you can camp out on the AO if you want to. It's either going to be in building D or it's going to be in building D or building B. I just need to check with Fury to see which one he wants to start off with. We always let the non-victors from the previous event pick the next starting spot that they want to go to. So we're going to let them pick what side, because we're going to take those 2 buildings out. Those will be campsites only, essentially. So there's no play going on inside there. It also still means that the armory will be in play, so you don't have to take the armory. So you don't have to take your guns off. We'll just lock them inside of your guns inside of a room inside there, so that way you don't have to take them on and off the field. So if you wanted to camp out in the cells and everything else, you can. I know Tubbs had such a fun time with that last time.
Wait, was Tubbs the one that got locked in?
No, that was Alex. Alex Melvin got locked in.
I will say, if you guys are planning on camping on the AO, I don't know how well the insulation is, but good luck. I'm going to keep my uncomfortable ass in an Airbnb.
I might be getting an RV. I don't know yet. But we will have a hotel block tomorrow. I'll call up the hotels again for the ones that were out last time that everybody liked. Although Tubbs is like, hot tub and pool, baby. Hot tub and pool. Hot tubs for Tubbs. Oh, no, I'm the one that had whose cot broke. That's right, your cot broke. If you guys are planning on staying inside the cells, bring twin air mattresses, because I think that's the size that fits in there. On those things. The other thing I would say to Tubbs, one thing I did not mention, is a radio. The Baofeng radios work really well. And there'll be a repeater and everything else out there, so it should help. So, yeah.
You'll just hear me on the radio when you guys are all going to bed. Hey, nice cock, bro.
So, Scorched Earth, it's going to be a standard 2 armies against each other, green versus tan. There will be probably a couple of NPCs running around for you guys to interact with and take down or capture or whatever. So I started talking about it a little bit when I mentioned about taking hits. So there will always be an opportunity to take an enemy player back as a prisoner. So the way it works is I run up on Tubbs, I shoot Tubbs. It's the first time he's been hit. I hold him for 15 seconds. Or first off, I say, I'm searching you. You're searching for any. If you're searching, they have to hand over any intel to them. Say, I'm searching you. You got any intel or your kill card. They have to hand over any objectives they might have, plus their kill card. You want to collect those kill cards because you might get rewarded with more raffle tickets or everything else for having certain suits and all that of the enemy team. You can't do it for your own team. You only have to give up your kill card, not all the kill cards you have. And then the intel you have to just hand over, anything that you're carrying on your person, any objectives or anything else. So if you get shot, you're hit, I go up, I say 15 seconds, Tubbs, you're my prisoner. You then walk back to then escort that prisoner back to your AA. Now, if during that time the prisoner is shot, they could be revived again. Again, holding it for 15 seconds and continue walking. If they get shot a third time, they are now dead, and they bleed out right then and there. If that prisoner is carrying anything like intel or anything else, it is all dropped right then and there, because they have to bleed out regardless. All right. So if you guys are carrying paper intel, please put something on top of it so it doesn't blow all across the AO. Thank you very much. We don't need that mess everywhere. Now, say you run up on Tubbs. Tubbs has already been shot twice. He's waiting to bleed out, and you still have a chance to take a prisoner. You go up and say, "I am taking you prisoner." Do the countdown. Take a prisoner. All these players are considered disarmed. All right, so they can keep hold of their weapons, their grenades, and all that. They just can't use them. All right. So if I take Tubbs back, he's considered, like, even though he's got 2 armbands on, I can take him back one time. Take him back to my AA, and if I get him there, you score points for bringing in a prisoner. They're there for 3 minutes, and then they go back to their normal respawn. Now the respawns are going to be in parallel, so it's If you get killed down by K or captured down by K, you get advanced up. The game theory behind this is that it causes some attrition, so that way people aren't stepping all over each other with bodies. It really helps out both sides. Now, what happens if you're being escorted as a prisoner, and one person could take 5 prisoners back at a time? No, you cannot overwhelm them. So what happens if the person that's escorting these prisoners gets shot? Well, when they kneel, you kneel. Imagine there's an imaginary tether on them. If they move off to the side, you move with them. So it's just one of those things. You play this right, guys. Play it like you're there to have fun and everything else. Give the people the opportunity to take you back fairly and capture you, because they're going to want the same courtesy from you. So if the player is escorting people back, he gets hit and he's bleeding out. If he bleeds out and nobody from your team comes up and touches you because you still have a chance to be medicked, you bleed out and walk back to respawn. Remember, when you die, you have to take off all intel that you've collected and all objectives you've taken and put them on the ground regardless. You cannot dead walk objectives or intel back to your spawn. All right. So now say that the enemy player is shot and your team comes to rescue you. As long as you can be medicked again, like you only have one armband on, they can medic you up and you can go back into the fight. Now, if on the way back you've already been shot twice and you're on your last life and you know that, just take the walk. Now, when I said this before, that everybody is considered unarmed, there's only one exception to this rule, and that is Nikolai. Nikolai's an NPC. When you capture Nikolai, you better search him for weapons. The Nikolai safe word is pineapple juice. If he says pineapple juice or OOC, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Because he might forget to have his cell phone on him again, and that's not something that's actually in play. But you might want to check to make sure he doesn't have a knives, he doesn't have a grenade, and you might want to make sure that
none of your friends give him a gun.
Or you might want to make sure that there's no guns. It's me, Mario. Hey, what's up, Brainerd?
The tactic to keeping Nikolai alive is keep all of your guns the hell away from him and keep a knife near him.
And grenades away from him too.
Yeah, that too. Noticed that.
So, there will be some force back. You cannot physically tie my hands in front or behind me, okay? Because I need to be able to break my fall. But I am going to fight tooth and nail from being taken back.
Full Nelsons are fun.
No, you can't go around the neck like that.
It's a joke.
I know. But like people on Cartel and DEA learned the hard way last time. Like, holy shit, this guy's really pushing back. No, I won't be throwing punches or kicks. I don't expect any punches or kicks to go down. You just have to restrain me and make sure the guns are taken away and take me to your leader. That's usually how the points are scored. So that's Nikolai's the only exception to that rule. So over the
I'm
shoulder
finally going to be heading back to my office, so I can finally join from there. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Battery started to die.
No tubs that cannot be lifted up off the ground and carried like that, nor can I really be dragged. We're trying to keep this safe. And if any of you guys were there, the interaction is for the player enjoyment. There'll be points where I just give up and don't fight back. There's going to be other points where I lull you into a false sense of security, and then you guys are like, what the hell's going on? It's all a matter about keeping it safe, but at the same time, giving you guys that level of interaction that you don't really see at a lot of other, at quite a few milsims. It really amps it up a notch. Let me see if I can upload a video just to give you an idea of that. Let's see here. I think this one will work when it gets done uploading. If not, I'll put up.
There. Jesus. Now I'm actually on stream in the proper place. Only took all night.
Only took all night. Too large. Too large. Of course, it's too freaking large. Oh. Actually, if you guys want to see some of the video, I actually put it up here. It's one of the videos that's just a couple back. Yes, Brainerd, you can. Don't fall for the fake Nikolai this time. That was actually a great thing. That was Nikolai's brother, Nicolo. Can I just swaddle you like a baby? I'd be scared, Brainerd. I'd be scared.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. But that was like the best idea I had. Well, here, let me get Aaron Bennett my other Hawaiian shirt that was identical to the one I was wearing like the entire day. Got an identical shirt. So when they went for him to go, Nikolai's over there, get him, and they went charging upstairs after him, and I'm downstairs hiding. Here, let's see. That one's processing. Let's not share screen. Let's do cancel. Local source. Add source. Local video. Here we go.
Get your head back! You'll not get Nikolai!
You will not get my Nikolai! You will not get my Nikolai! No, 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 no! Go! Yes, well, you can't do this, son of a bitch!
You not get me! Go up, go up. Hit! Got you. You'll not get me alive, you capitalist pigs! Dead.
Take his gun! Take his gun! Go! Get me on the gun! Come on! Hey! I got it. No check for weapons! He's clean on top! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Security! Get on the ground! Shoot him!
You ain't taking me!
Shoot him! Hey!
That's two.
Back up! That's two! Near him! Don't shoot him again! Don't shoot him! Check him! Keep checking him! He's laying up top! I got his legs! Somebody!
Nothing there, buddy. Think I wasn't prepared for this one, right?
Hey!
Get that out of here. Get that out of here.
I got him! Get that gun out of here! Step back! Step back! Keep your gun swinged on, but step back! You're back! At least 5 feet! You got two yesterday. He's got two! Alright. Do you submit? Come on. You gotta say the words, buddy.
Give me up.
Alright. He said the words! Alright, he's coming with us! You guys cover our exit! Come on!
I'm now in.
What's that? Follow me! That is! Go! Hey, go! Put your hands behind your back, is that okay? Or do you
Not behind my back.
No, okay, I'll keep it.
I'm now in shot.
Get out of the way, move! Go! Fucking man.
That's two.
That's 3.
That's two.
That's 2? I shot him. All right. Someone dropped the radio. Might be me. Someone just dropped the radio. Nope. You all right?
I'm fine.
All right. Back up. All right. You said pineapple juice, didn't you?
No, not now.
What's that?
Not now.
Oh, shit.
When you got me up, I said, we're good.
Oh, shit. I thought I heard you.
So,
Everyone shut the
And
That's
this
just a
is why
taste.
we can't have nice things.
It's just just 30. Our next event is actually November 4th through the 6th at the prison at our event called Scorched Earth. Give me 1 second here. I'll toss up that lovely promo code again. Share code here. All right. So here is the promo code for that. We still have tickets available. It's going to be a fun event. So that, like, I swear, if Tubbs sits on me, I don't think I'll be able to lift up. But
If I sit on you, you won't be able to lift up.
oh, the hell I won't. I can lift you up.
Can you?
Yes, I can. Just 30. That's the event right there. It's called Scorched Earth. It's November 4th through the 6th at the Crescent Prison. Dude, I had 6 guys on me, and I did, and they're like, oh shit, and 2 more guys had to jump on me to keep me down.
And how heavy were those guys?
They were not small.
But were they big?
Yes, they were not small guys. They were big.
All right, Tubbs, you and I are going to have a brainstorming plan on this. Shoot me a message on Discord at some point.
Let's see here.
It's one of the cheesecakes out.
Here, let me see if I can pull it up just to show you, like, the guys that were capturing me and all that.
My laptop. Oh.
Let's see.
Oh!
Gotcha!
I got a tourniquet. Oh, set up. Right now! Get on the ground! Face down! Sorry, man. What do you want? I'm missing your hands. Arm him. Drop the knife! Fucking weapon! Drop the knife! Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Drop the knife! Get on the fucking ground! I will shoot you right now! Get on the ground! Face down! Sorry, man. What do you want, you capitalist pig? I want you to talk. I ain't talking to you!
Those were not small guys, sir. They were kind of large.
Kind of, nah. I'd give them medium at best.
No, that one guy was
the one on
bigger
the
than me.
right. He was a little bit on the rounder side.
Yeah, they when they got on top of me, like, it was really funny. Like, the first time that I did the push up, and I had like 6 guys, like that was with the Blackwater guys. I went like that, and literally like, holy shit! More guys had to get on to hold them down. They're like, where did that come from? Because when people see me, they see my belly and all that. They don't think that, they think I'm just fat, But yeah, I think the average weight was 250 plus for the people that were trying to hold me down. Plus, you got to think about all their gear as well. So, anyone smaller than me is a snack. Tubbs is a big guy. I don't think I'll be able to lift Tubbs up. Maybe just Tubbs. If other people with Tubbs, nah, I'm screwed. I'll be like, I live here now. This is my spot. Although it would be a funny ass video. All of a sudden you just come up and you see Tubbs sitting on me, and I'm just going, no.
Flailing.
Yeah. So there's going to be all sorts of objectives on the field. This is not a syndicate series, so the little baggies are not in play. For those that know from syndicate what that is, the cornstarch is not in play. How about we say it like that? Or the rock candy. Which, by the way, if you go up to McDonald's and you got fake drugs like on your dashboard, you get a lot of weird looks. So there'll be stuff like cash. There'll be actually, I had a laptop around here somewhere. There'll be a laptop. Laptops are going to be all over the place. There are going to be paper things that say Intel on them that you guys can take and bring in. There's going to be some control boxes all over the place. When it comes down to the size of the A, though, that we're going to be using, 1 second here. There's our lovely Discord. Thanks, Buck.
You're welcome.
Can you do mine, please?
What did I just tell you? What did I just tell you, Joker?
Oh, there we go. I don't know. I don't listen. So, and looking at the map,
Ship.
the mysterious. No, the red bags. The red bags were there since Syndicate. Actually, the red bags were there since the zombie group that was there. We just, because they left them all over the place, we just took them and used them as red baggies for Syndicate 1. Let's see here. All right, so what's in play? 7, 8, C, Alpha, these buildings right here. Part of F, K, E, J are all in play. Of course, as always, 3 is not in play. 1, 9, and 10, we're just going to cut this section of the field off. The satellite field will be in play. So we're probably going to end up doing is locking off the field down here. So that way nobody actually goes down there again. It worked out well last time. Yeah, it's a big map. Part of the tunnels are going to be in play. So partly where it goes down and turns into the chapel, that'll be open. But going all the way down to 1 is not going to be open. So we have a large area of stuff that we're going to be playing at. The two AAs are going to be Alpha and 8. So that's where the AAs are going to be located at. Unless we turn around and say, hey, we'll just use Bravo and Delta for that, which might actually turn into a thing. You just can't shoot or fire within the vicinity of Alpha and Bravo or Delta and Bravo. I'll see, because it all depends on mess. Nah, Bravo's too close to that. See, this is like part of the things that go through, like when you're trying to plan out where the best locations are for people to start off and to fight from. That's where we run into stuff like this. Like, man, do we have it at Alpha and 8, or do we keep the Delta and Bravo and keep these other buildings in play? The problem is Bravo is too close to right here, and this is a major focal point right here. So I just think we're just going to keep Delta and Bravo out of play during the game, and just have it as Alpha and 8 again. That way they still run behind the backside of the buildings. C still viable, 7 still viable, and all that. Now, one of the cool things that we're going to do is we're still talking about what we're going to do for Friday night. So for those of you who've been to the Syndicate series, you guys know that we typically have what they call a JTF mission. And those JTF missions are usually an extra paid for ticket that you guys get to run through a specialized mission just for you guys. Unfortunately, the guys that run those is not going to be, they're not going to be here for the event. There's just with scheduling and everything else, we're not going to have JTF missions. So instead, we're going to give you guys a Friday night game. Now, there's 2 options that we're thinking of. Sin's got one option, I got another, but it might actually involve the H building right here, which is actually G. Oh, wait, no, that is H. The one that's shaped like a C is the H building. We're going to probably do some cool stuff. I want to do the PUBG style game again, tournament, essentially allowing people to play for that. So there will be some stuff to do on Friday night. And then, of course, Saturday, there'll be a night game Saturday night, which you wonder when dad mode will kick in from me. Typically, dad mode only comes into play as if somebody does something to a kid, right? So obviously, just 30 saw my the Papa Bear activated. So, but that's the size of the map. Again, it's going to be in Crescent, PA. There's a lot of acreage to work with, over 35 acres. The cap is 400 players out on the field, or no, 300 players out on the field, with all the other staff and everything else. There'll be 400 people out there. We do use a lot of embedded admins, so that way, and usually they typically police their side plus the regular admins. So there's a little of both. So we find that actually keeps people playing a lot more honestly when they're out on the field, because see how this looks. There we go. The reality when it comes down to this stuff, how to put it. If players don't know who the admins are, they're not clearly identifiable marked. I think everybody's an admin, and they just play better. That's what we experienced. Some uniqueness of the rules of this AO in particular. No riot shields are allowed on the AO. I don't care if we don't care if they weigh as much as a regular riot shield. That's actually more of a detriment. They're just OP at this location because it was a prison. It was a mental hospital. So 1 or 2 riot shields could lock down entire zones, and we don't need that. The other thing is there's no full auto on buildings. This is an insurance issue. It's not our call. Plus, again, with the tightness and everything else, plus how dark it is, people get lit up way too much. And besides, those of you that want to go full auto, I know you all can spam the trigger. As I said, simulates full auto because trust me, I've been shot by it. No launchable tag-in products at players.
Not even if you're P-top certified.
Not if you're P-top certified either. Sorry.
I said not even if you're P-top certified.
I have to check with Sin, but I'm pretty sure we decided to allow the 40 mics outdoors with a 50-foot MED.
40 mics scare me.
So I would definitely so I think that's what he said. I'll have to double check. So you can full auto from indoors to outdoors, from outdoors to indoors. Now LMGs I believe have a 50-foot MED or 60-foot MED. Sorry, I just came back from an event, so I don't know. I'll pull up the rules right now just to. And all the rules are right up here on obhmilsim.com/rules. Let's go ahead and copy that list for you guys and kick them all over here. All right. Let's see. MED. GMRs have a 50-foot minimum engagement distance. Saw 50-foot minimum engagement distance. I thought I was right. You must have a secondary weapon when you go in. So as soon as you cross through a threshold, make sure your 50-foot MED is there. With SMGs, you can full auto right up until you get to that door. But when you get to that door, make sure that you kick it over to semi-auto when you go in to do it. So bear in mind too that part of this is because of how dark the place is, because there are no lights that are on there, that you might not see that one person that's sitting in there and getting beaten lit up. All right. So yes, SMGs have a little bit of are a little bit underpowered because they can't go full auto, but at the same time, guys, you know the thing. Our frag grenades and sound grenades have a 15-foot radius, but it doesn't matter how far away the frag grenade is. If you get hit with a piece of a grenade, you're hit. Even if it's 40 feet away, a BB goes flying and hits you. For a what gun? So riflemen, SMG, pistols, and shotguns have no MED. It's just LMG, snipers, and DMRs have a range of 50 feet, and the shotgun. Okay, that's what I kind of figured this meant. The only exception to that is Brainer's master key, where he's got 3 freaking barrels, so he's shooting 12 BBs, or 12 or 24, depending on which way he goes. With how many BBs are out there, or not 12, 9 or 18, depending on which way he goes with that. So he has a 20-foot MED with his shotgun because of the extra barrels and all that. Guns like the Flak 10 are banned because they just hurt too much. with how far they go. No homebrew guns. Anything that you're bringing in was obviously going to be chronographed and checked. So if it's something that is, you know, give me a laser machine that literally just goes 150 rounds per second because you essentially hook the air hose up to a freaking bottle of BBs. Yeah, that's not going to go well. So let's see here. Admin word is law. So even if they're wrong, just accept what they're saying and walk away. All right. You know, if you have video, video of the interaction that you want to show us later, at the time of the incident happened is not the time to show us. When the Evo's over, you do that. Now this one is going to be, let's see, it's going to be almost an all-day event. So we're going to go from 10:30 to 5:30 with no stop. Then we're going to have from 5:30 to 7:30 is going to be dinner. And no DT4. What's that one again? The night game is going to go from 7:30 to 9:30. And then Sunday we're going to have 10:30 to 2. So a little bit longer game on Sunday as well than what's normal for those. But yeah, 10:30 to 2. So they're going to be a little bit longer gameplays. Friday timeline will be changing up. Oh, the double barrel M4, I believe that was allowed on semi-auto only. I don't think that's been banned, but I'll double check with Sindus to make sure. We actually should probably add up a banned weapons list. If you are under the age of 18, remember this is a 16 plus event to be on property. So this is the yes. This is to potentially offset the problem that we had at Syndicate 1, but even the parking lot counts as being on properly, so nobody under the age of 16 can be on property because of insurance reasons. All right. Grenades are allowed indoors, just no smoke grenades. Again, a 30-foot room will be considered blown up by a grenade. So if somebody throws it into most of the offices and all that, you will be dead. Hard cover is considered hard cover, something that is solid, like steel, like or a cell or
a brick wall.
A brick wall. If you can actually see the grenade poof because you're looking at it, you're dead because that means you're looking at it. That might be that way, Diesel. I'll just double check because I honestly right now I really don't remember. But we don't have a banned guns list. Like I said, we need to get one together. So the reason why we put the increased range of killing rooms was because if it was a real grenade, if you weren't dead, you'd be hurting anyway. Hurting enough for somebody to come in and take you out, since you're not going to be fully disoriented. And I think since by the time Scorched Earth rolls around, tag-in products might be back in stock. And those AFG 6s are loud as hell. You'll thank me later for not being blown up with 11 of them at once. All right. No hiding behind dead players. I'm seeing it becoming more and more of an issue at Milsim events. Just don't do that.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Just basic courtesy rules.
Let's see here. Any other things that... No smoke grenades indoors. Smoke has to be deployed 25 feet off a door or window. Honestly, smoke is going to be the week of decision for Syndicate, or for Scorched Earth, because at Syndicate 2, we had 5 fires go off in the span of, I want to say, an hour or so, and some of those fires were spreading fast. That entire mountain's a tinderbox, especially in the fall. So that also might determine whether or not we allow any sort of pyro outdoors at all. because the EG-67 set off 3 of those fires. Trying to think here. War crimes. I sort of mentioned it during the AAR, and I'll bring it up again. War crimes can make or break your team winning, and it's not even like an understatement. I mean, it really is a reality. So doing that, like things like no ladders are in play. So I couldn't believe I had to at Geigerlands explain the difference between a ladder and a stair after I caught a person where he wasn't supposed to be, and I was like, "What's this?" He goes, "That's a stair." Does it go vertically? Yes, that's a ladder. That's not a stair. Get down. Obviously, shooting at the thing is off limits. You shoot at the chapel, you're gone, banned, and if you break a window, you have a $5,000 fine. The battle bus is going to be parked this time. It's going to be parked out in the open. It's going to be something that is worth a lot of points. And it's going to be placed in a spot for you guys to attack. So be ready for that. Let's see here. So yeah, unless you guys have camping is always free at the prison. So you guys can camp out in a parking lot, or you can camp out on the AO. Remember, there are going to be porta potties available, but that's about the only things that are there. Now, down the street, you have sheets and everything else. No drugs or alcohol on site. I didn't think I'd have to say that, but it happens almost every single time, so please don't do that, guys. And
weed is not legal in PA yet, guys. Remember that.
Don't eat a 50,000 milligram edible and have an overdose, please. Thank you. So do you guys have any other questions, or we can start wrapping this up?
It's about that time.
Yeah. So we'll start doing shameless plug stuff in a second here. Oh, we hit some more some more achievements with the channel. So because of viewers like you, we have over 10 million views on YouTube.
10 million views?
Yeah. We have over 25,000 subscribers, so we're at 32,463. TikTok, we're almost at 700,000 followers.
Jesus.
Well, let's see where we're at, because I can't wait till I can do that happy dance. Let's see here. Hey, it's all because of you guys. You guys are the reason why we stream twice a week. So there was actually an interesting conversation that happened at Serious Viking about that. They go, man, you're not playing nearly as much as you used to. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, dude, you used to play Airsoft 3 days a week. And I was like, at Miami, I was like, you're right. I used to play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. They go, what happened? I was like, well, now Tuesdays and Thursdays I stream. And I need Monday to prep for it.
Takes time, man.
Yeah. All right.
Not everybody gets it. Life of a content creator can take away valuable time from the things that you love.
So, per normal, like again, shameless plug time. We do this with the out of our own pocket for the most part. We're not really getting much from this. I mean, the views on YouTube and TikTok really haven't equated to much stuff. So any support that you guys can give us, the channel, greatly helps us out. May bringing you guys more content, more stuff, more things to give away, and all that fun jazz. So there's a couple ways that you guys could do that. Obviously, you could do super chat stuff where you donate that way, or you could just become a member. There's I think 4 different ranks for memberships for the channel. They all give you certain perks and cool stuff that you guys could do. They like additional discounts for some of the events we run and stuff we go to. You guys get first look at some of that stuff, extra raffle tickets for some of the raffle stuff that we do. And all of it helps us put right back into the stream, particularly in stuff like Restream, which costs us like $600 a year. So all this helps us help you guys give you guys more content for you to consume, for you to make fun of us with. Um,
Now, if you
the
guys ask for it, we will start a Patreon and start selling feet pics.
you know we tried Patreon before, but yeah, most people just didn't translate over. I think once we get bigger, that'll change. But
As we get bigger, not when.
whatever. Anyways, we do throw up shorts every single day of the week on YouTube. We do montage Mondays. Obviously, I missed this montage Monday because I was out of town for an event, and I did not have enough time to prep the video to schedule it in advance. But they will be scheduled. They will be made and scheduled for the next few weeks, so that way we don't miss that again. We also update new content almost every single day of the week to TikTok as well, so you guys can check us out there. We also live stream every Tuesday and Thursday, unless we're on our way back from a particular event, or we're going to an event. So typically the Thursday streams, depending on where we're going to.
And if you guys are interested in checking out more of me, I do stream on Twitch whenever I can, pretty much. If you guys are looking for any of that kind of stuff, or feel free to join us on Discord and or Facebook.
I don't know if Joker strips his shirt to Pony. It's the only way I'll do a Patreon. Look, I am not shameless enough. I will do that for you.
Listen, man, he will get shirtless and break every single gun he rocks.
When we were getting the stuff together for the children's hospital, I was in a morph suit with a wig and lipstick on. I am not ashamed. Actually, it was a leotard. It's right there.
He'll get in a unitard at tutu and start breaking every gun that he racks.
No, I will not. That I won't do, sir.
Again.
Unless we get to some big numbers.
Worry about
it. I love the wife in the background saying, "What the hell's going on?"
Mark's doing what now?
So we stream every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday at 8 p.m. Standard Time. Our Tuesday stream depends on pretty much whatever has been affecting us inside of Airsoft up to date, whether it's an AAR, different experiences, tech time, all that fun stuff. I have no room to talk. You know that joke. Hey, look, we all the stuff we do for this sport, right? Thursdays are dedicated to our Big House Milsim streams, where we talk about the upcoming events at the prison. And of course, you guys could also follow us on all of our different socials. Players One on Twitch, Instagram, and obviously YouTube. Facebook is Players Wanted Airsoft. We also have a lovely little Discord channel, which I am sharing now. If it would actually let me do it. There we go. So you guys can come join us and check us out.
Chat with us anytime. Feel free to add us, etc., etc. We will get to it as we can.
Yeah. And in addition to that, we also have some really cool things coming up, some really cool events coming up. So the weekend of October 1st. So October 1st, I believe it's just the 1st. Let me just check. Where are their events? I gotta talk to Ron about that. I just want to make sure it's a one-day event. I'm pretty sure it's a one-day event. Oh no, the 30th will be a night mission. So, yeah. Technically a 2-day event. I think you have to pay extra for that particular one now. RC Airsoft search. What the hell? All right, there we go. Events. That was weird. Yeah, so there will be Friday night JSO missions. But go to RC Airsoft on Facebook, formerly Rage Custom Airsoft, to check out their information on the site. They actually have quite a bit of information on it. It's going to be at Wasteland Ops in Ocala, Florida. Wow, I cannot say shit today. After that, we're also going to be at we will be at New York City Comic Con. After that, we're going to be at our local event over here for Operation Hades, hosted by Hefe Airsoft. So go to hefeairsoft.solutions.com to check out that event. It's going to be at Extreme Rage Paintball Park. And then the weekend of the 21st, we're going to be up in South Carolina at Graniteville, South Carolina for Swift Justice 2, which is going to be at the mill that's there. So that's going to be a really awesome event for that. That's an Operation Lion Claw event. And then, of course, November 4th through the 6th, we'll be having Scorched Earth at the Haunted Crescent Sanatorium. So we have a lot of cool events that are coming up in the near future. We'd love to see you guys at. Obviously, I play Airsoft almost every single Wednesday at Miami Airsoft, so come say hi. Talk about all things Airsoft and everything else. We're always looking for good things. The SRL, yeah, Rick, you might like that. A little bit extra length, but the G&G SR series is a really solid gun. The only upgrade I would do right off the bat would be to throw in a D-Hop barrel with either a Pro Win or Max Hop Up, and you're good for a while. I'd just keep running those gears and everything else in that motor until they burn out, and then do like an all-in-one shot of doing a MOSFET, gear set, and trigger instead of having to pay multiple times. So with that all being said, that's our show for tonight, unless you guys have anything else before we leave. Now we can start closing things out, and I might have to go to bed early tonight, man. Whenever I do these events, sometimes I need a day or so to recover.
Honestly, it takes like that sometimes.
So, all right, give that a couple more seconds, and then, well, please, guys, come join us. Come talk. Come say hi. I mean, we don't bite. Well, I don't know about Buck, but I don't bite.
I bite if you ask me to, or don't.
What the hell? Stop that. Not you, the stupid thing.
I figured I was just messing with you. Gotta mess with chat sometimes.
All right. Well, with nothing else really coming in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm Joker for Players One, and that's just Buck. Until next time, may your BBs fly true and your opponents always call your hits. Good night.